Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today let's look at this Codility training test. So let's read the description of this coding problem. So a non-empty array A consisting of n integers is given. The consecutive elements of array A represent consecutive cars on a road. So array A contains only 0 or 1s. So 0 represents a car traveling east. And 1 represents a car traveling west. Okay, so they're traveling on different direction. So the goal is to count passing cars. We say that a pair of cars Q and P and Q, where P and Q are within this range. We say that they are passing if P is traveling east and the Q is traveling west. Here's an example. So if we have 5 pairs of passing cars, if we have this, then we would have 5 pairs of passing cars. Okay. So we are going to use prefix sum to solve the problem. So it's very simple. So this is the array given to us, and so the number, let me change that to maybe to white, and how to change it to black. Okay. So the numbers are given in this array are 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. So we just need to calculate prefix sums for ones. Okay, so for example, so that would be prefix sum for all the ones. Then the array, so this is the original array, we count the occurs of ones, then it would become 0, 1, 1, 2, and 3. Right? So at this position 1 occurred once, at this position 1 occurred once here, at this position 1 occurred twice, one from here, 1 from here. At this position 1 occurred 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Now we just have to loop through the original array, and each time we encounter 0, we want to look at how many ones that are after the position where we encounter 0. So for example, here we got 0 here, right? So we encounter 0, and from here we want to look at how many ones are after this position, which is 3 minus 0, right? So that gives us 3, which is the number of ones after the first position, and that means that there's going to be 3 passing vehicles, right? So it's going to be like 0 and this one, and 0 and this one, and 0 this one. Okay, so it's going to be 3 passing cars. And then we look at the next number. Next number is 1. Then we look at the next number. Next number is 0. So we got 0 again. So from that position, we want to look at the number of ones after this position, right? So again, so from this position, the largest one at the end was 3. So 3 minus this 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, 3 minus 1 is 2, so they are 2 ones, which means that there's going to be 2 more passing cars. So altogether, there's going to be 5 passing cars. This is how we compute the result. Okay, so let's go to the coding part. We're going to first create a result. Let's call it count because we're going to count the number of passing cars, and then return count. And next we're going to build the prefix sum for ones. So I'm going to call it prefix sum ones, and the length is going to be the same as the length of given parameter array A. Okay. So I'm going to create count 1, that's 0. Okay, so I'm going to loop through the elements from A. So if A equals to 1, then we want to increase count ones by 1, right? And also assign, I think we're going to use a normal for loop. So int I equal to 0, I less than a dot length, and I increase by 1. So if a of I equal to 1, then we increase the count ones by 1, and then we assign the count ones to prefix ones of I. Okay. And after that we got a prefix sum for ones. And next we're going to loop through A again. This time we're going to account for the results. Okay. And we're going to stop when the element of A of I equals to 0. Okay, so this is when we want to stop. So if it is 0, okay. So if it's 0, then we want to count the ones. So ones would be prefix sum its length minus 1. So that would be the last element of the previous prefix sum, which is just the total sum of ones, minus prefix sum of I. And actually we could just add this to count. And that's it. Let's run the code. Okay, so we got the correct output. We passed the example testing case. So the time complexity, we have this one for loop, and so this is big O of n. We loop through A again, So we're looping through array A twice, which is still big O of n. The time complexity T of n equals to big O of n, where n is length of A. I submit. Taking a long time. Performance is only 40%. I got the wrong answer. Why did I get the wrong answer? So we have very large big number. Okay, so it must be something I didn't look at. So the function should return -1 if the number of peers past the passing car exceeds this. So okay. So let's fix this. Let's go back. Start the test. So the function should return 1 if the number of pairs of passing cars exceeds that number. So we will add a condition here to check if count A exceeds this number here. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if count is bigger than this number, then we want to return -1. Let's see what happens this time. Okay, submit the task again. Still is very slow. Oh, 100%. So that was the problem. We should have. I should have read the whole thing. Well, thanks very much for your time watching my video, and I hope you all have a nice day. Bye bye.